What's up guys, New School Cool here, doing a video today of Hearthstone. I'm going to be doing a series of basic tutorials on how to get started in the game now that the new expansion is coming out, the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan. I started right before Whispers of the Old Gods came out, so for me it was really confusing to try and jump into a game where everyone had already had an expansion and a whole bunch of classic cards and everyone was way ahead of me. And in a pay-to-win system where you don't start at the beginning, you're pretty much screwed to begin with. I had no idea what I was doing, but luckily I had a friend of mine walk me through some of the basics, deck building, deck crafting, cards, dusting, cards, etc, etc, etc. The different terminologies, things like that, win conditions, all of this stuff that I had no idea what he was talking about until obviously he sat down and showed me. And so what I'm going to do today is make some videos. This started with an idea because I was playing with my wife and she likes the game. She wanted to know some more basics, so here we go. Basics it is. So today's tutorial is going to be basically how to catch up. So when you start the game, you're going to start obviously level 0. I'm not level 0. I'm at rank 20 just because that's all I care about getting in ranked mode until I can get some more cards and get on a more level playing field. But when you launch in, you're going to have the ability to do solo adventures. And these solo adventures are going to be practice. You have normal, you have expert, and then you have your adventure modes, which you can purchase and you get exclusive cards. But as soon as the alright. Stop that. Alright, get that out of here. Anyway, in the solo adventures you can do practice and you'll play against the bots. You'll get to use the basic decks. You'll first have to unlock every deck by beating each hero. The different heroes, you're gonna have the warrior, you're gonna have the priest, you're gonna have the mage, you're gonna have the shaman, the paladin, the hunter, the warlock, and I don't have a druid deck, but there's also the druid. I should probably have a druid deck, but I don't have any good druid cards. But you're gonna start off beating those guys, getting a basic understanding of the game, and as soon as you're done with that, you get launched into here, and you know, what do you do from here? Well, best thing to do is check your quest log. So in your quest log you have, hey, look at that, I'm level 20, I got 72 total wins, I get a ranked chest at the end of the season for a special card bag. Arena, I have 3 total wins, my best was 2 in a row. You have your hero levels, so these will be your different deck options, different heroes. But down here, most importantly, is your quest list. So to get gold, which is the in-game currency, rather than spending money on cards, you earn in-game currency by doing the quests. My quest is the Druid or Rogue Dominance quest today, so I have to win 5 games with Druid or Rogue. Now, if that's something you don't want to do, you can always press X and get rid of the quest, so it opens up your quest. But you can have a total of 3 sitting in your inventory at any time. Every day when you log in, you get a new quest. My quest this morning was to challenge someone else or one of my friends, so it's great too because there's a social component to it. And they're not all solo quests. So I was able to earn some gold, and then when you earn gold, so you see down here you have your little gold counter. I have 70 gold. You can use the gold to either enter the arena, which you spend $2 or 150 in-game gold, and you forge a deck out of random cards and see how many wins you can get. The more wins you get, the better prize you get, including cards and a bunch of other materials. You can win multiple packs, which obviously the advantage comes if you get multiple packs, because then you spent 150 gold, say you even get 2 packs. Instead of spending 200, you've only spent 150, and you get the experience bonus. But for new players, I do not recommend the arena. I recommend sticking to these solo adventures, and then once you beat those, without the paid ones obviously, you can play, you choose any deck, you can play casual. 3 casual wins gets you 10 gold. 3 wins in any mode, in Tavern Brawl, casual, or ranked will get you 10 gold. But your quests, you're usually completed in casual, in ranked, or in the Tavern Brawl, which is only available every now and again. It's back in one day today, so I won't be able to play it or show that. So maybe I'll make a video on the Tavern Brawl later. But ideally what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to gather up as much gold as possible. Right now we're at the end of the expansion, so I've not been playing the arena because I can only get this expansion's cards, and I have no interest in these expansion cards because they'll soon fall out of the cards that I can use. So to start out, it's useful to get a bunch of the classic cards. So you can buy 1 pack at 100 gold, 100 in-game gold. 2 packs is $2.99, so you can buy 1 pack and that's it with your in-game currency. You can buy 2 packs, 7 packs, 15 packs, 40 packs, or 60 packs if you really felt the need. It is a free-to-play game, but it's also pay-to-win in the sense that, you know, whoever holds the most advantages has that. But you can also just grind your way up, like with any other game. You know, since gaming at the dawn of time, you can grind your way into relevance. I was able to get to level 20. I know you can't lose and really lose rank by the time you get to level 20, but I was able to get to level 20. I've been able to get a little bit higher than that before with just basic deck builds, with just classic cards. So don't sweat it. I know it's going to be daunting when you start, but there are going to be ways for you to get past that gap. So you can buy adventures here too if you really want. You can choose the adventures. You can buy them. You've got $19.99, $19.99, $24.99. You can unlock all sorts of cards, so up to 31 new cards for 25 bucks, plus it's a fun game to play. I've never purchased them, to be honest, just because I don't like to spend money on free-to-play games. And then you can also buy, these are your heroes. You can swap out, so for Warrior, you can have him as your hero. For Hunter, you can have her. And for Mage, you can have this guy. So they're basically cosmetic. There's nothing really fancy about that. If you like the cosmetics, hey, no judgment here. If you want to spend money on the game, more power to you. I'm just not the kind of guy who does that. One thing I would recommend, though, if you are going to spend any money, buy the starters pack. It gives you a bunch of cards. It gives you rares and all kinds of important things that are a great tip to help you out. I think it's like $5 or $6, something like that. And then that way you get the advantage of having a leg up to begin with. You get some good cards. You figure out how to do some basic combos and things like that, and getting some rare cards is a huge advantage early on. So yes, that is spending money to win, but if you don't like grinding, that to me is the most acceptable way to do it. Alright, so this has been a basic introduction to how to navigate the screen here. You can go to also my collection. You can see your cards. I forgot about that one. Jeez, the most important one. So this is your book with all your cards in it, just like, you know, I don't know if anyone else collected Pokemon cards. When I was a kid, I used to have binders. Cool. I got some new cards. I forgot that I opened a pack earlier when I was playing on my iPad. Whoops. So yeah, I got actually some pretty decent cards. Nice. So yeah, you'll be able to look at all of the cards that you've earned over time. And up here, when you get new cards, that'll have this little icon like this 1 on any of these. These are obviously the different hero classes, and then the neutral, which they can go into any deck, which is a cool feature to have. So next video, I'm going to be talking about how to do some basic stuff. I'm going to be talking about deck building and disenchanting, so hopefully I have 3s of some cards. I don't think I have 3 of any card, but I can undo it, worst case scenario. That way I can give you an example of what dusting is and how you can break down cards you don't want for new cards, which you'll want to do at the end of an expansion, just because you won't be able to use those cards anymore, so you dust them all and you get new ones, unless you really want to play wild. But that's another video. That's a whole nother story. Thank you for watching. This has been the introduction to Hearthstone. I'm Professor New School Cool, and I will see you next time.